There we go. That echoing stops. Oh, it was killing me. Okay. All right, so we got that. Get methods provided by Sinatra base class, from which I might have class inherit Sinatra base, because we're the Sinatra library. So check. Start the application server.
That's for the app server. Application server. Yeah.
Rack applications controlled by the file configure, which you must now create a version containing the following. Okay. Save that. And this is require run my app.
And then run my app.
No ends? That's
it, no.
Okay. And we have here let's tell the rack that our app lives in the file AppRB. Created both to hold the app's code, which explicitly states in the app file. Yep, because normally looks as your standard directory to find gems. Okay. If you're using Cloud9, you have a test drive or simple app with this command line. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna type it out. The more you type, the more the easier it feels. Port HO assign IP.
Okay. Now you click the link.
Yep.
World.
Okay.
So that's the complete app now. So you go down.
This command starts the app server.
What happens if you try to visit non-root, such as if you put hello behind that URL, copy that URL and then open another tab and put hello behind it? Open a new tab. Okay.
Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. Try this and that. Get hello. So it's actually telling us the code that we would need to write.
Right.
Wow. And telling us where to write it.
Right. But you still need that route to the HTML.
Right.
Yeah, okay, let's see now. In this simplistic case, it seems kind of simple, but when we get I get confused when I get to the part 2 of this, but let's go on. Right.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, modify AppRB so that instead of hello world prints goodbye world. Save the change The app bar being try to refresh or browser tab.
Okay. So still have FRB here.
Now I'll try to go back to the tab and refresh. Nothing happened. That's what's supposed to happen. Nothing.
So I'm thinking we have to restart the web server.
Yeah, if you restart the web server, that would if you run rack up again.
Change is confused. Okay, so it didn't take because we have to restart the web server.
Right.
So come here and rack up. Okay, so
Well, this shows that if you modify your app while running, you have to restart rack in order to see those changes.
correct.
Since restarting, man, we'll use a rerun jam, which restarts automatically when it sees changes to the files in the directory. So
let me do a word wrap on this. Means a rerun jam which restarts rack automatically when you see changes in the file. Does this for you by default during development, as we'll see what Sinatra doesn't. Okay, and that's so I've had an experience with developing a Rails app before, and Rails Rails does do that. You get used to it actually, but Sinatra doesn't. But we can have Sinatra do it for us by editing our gem file with the following information. Okay. This is where things start to get crazy. You close that. Close that for now. Okay. Gem file.
group development, colon development.
Okay. That's what I can remember. Thank you. Go.
And then there's jam.
Gem rerun.
Yeah.
Any version number or is it just gem rerun?
No, it's just jam rewind.
Okay. Save here. Okay.
Now you go back to the command line.
Medium specifications of Google development block when we get examine if bundle is running development environment. Other environments you can specify or test in production. You can define new environments yourself. Gem specifically specifications outside of any group block are assumed to apply in all environments. Say rerun. Back up in the terminal window. Okay. Oh, I need to open a new terminal window then.
No, rerun backtick. Rerun backtick and the whole thing you had in the old.
Right. I was looking real quick. Back up.
No, you got a backtick. It's like the command. What's the backtick that you run a command within a command? So it's rerun the backtick, which is next to the one key.
The tilde. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, not tilde. Tilde on the top, backtick on the bottom.
Oh, okay, this one.
Yeah. And then that whole thing.
Okay, so they want okay.
Not the rerun outside of the
No, it has to be in it, right?
No, they got it shown that way, but on a few lines it says everything except rerunning the quote.
I see what you're saying. I just need to put everything except. So 379. Okay, so everything in here.
Yeah, right.
Back up. 4 dash O. Another tilde.
I don't think you need the hyphens.
Oh, right here? That's what you're saying.
What did it do?
Your tongue.
It looked like
That's weird.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
No, we run it, but it doesn't return to us.
Oh, yeah, now. Whoa.
I have to press Control C. It gets hung up.
Mm.
All right. So let's read this one more time. Oh, well, you know what?
Right.
What I didn't do. I got to run bundle install. There we go. That hangs. All right, so then what am I not seeing here?
That looked right to me.
So let's go to that. Terminal window. I need to put everything except. There. All right, so let's do this one more time. Rerun.
Back up. Minus P. $port -O $IP. Okay, Sinatra. Okay, go out. See, I had this similar problem. Said something about
Ruby's outdated. Ruby's 2.3.0 recommendation installed 2.3.1. Not worried about that right now. Sinatra launched. Oh, hold on. I think I had one already running. See what happens. We do it clean now.
that's it.
So I had one running in another terminal.
Right.
I had to close that one out. Okay. Similar to use of guard to run test specs. Modify AppRB to print a different message and see what happens.
Right. So you can see it change.
Oh, Jesus, what is no bad today?
Okay. Now go to the tab.
I saw the web server do the update as well. Yep.
See?
Okay. Sweet. And when I made the change and hit save, the console
Right.
started. It restarted immediately after it detected the change. Okay. Beautiful. You want to drive, Mike? I think I've been driving a little too long.
Yeah, that's neat right there. Okay.
All right, so let's go. What's the next part we had here?
So we got
Deploy to Heroku.
okay, wget. Okay.
Let me get your new and actually probably you can use this one though. Oh Jesus, Maurice. Yep, there we go. Heroku tuba is flying through.
And that going through pretty good.
Yeah. She's definitely flying.
Yeah, no problem. Mine didn't go that good. I started. I had all kind of errors. Okay, let's see.
You have to CD into the
Oh yeah, okay. And to
HW Sinatra. There you go. No, you're in the folder already.
Okay.
Before you, yeah, it's probably not going to let you push yet. That appear to be a good repository. It's not going to let us push yet. We're going to have to create a repository first.
Log in. Oh, we got to log into.
I have an account, so let me go ahead and do that. Pull that up right now.
Well, you can log into it on the command line.
Okay. Yeah, let me see if I remember my. Yep, I remember that. I remember the password, and then had to look at it first. Okay, I'm gonna head and I'll log in for you quick right here.
Log in. Okay. Oh, it's installing the command line tools. Okay, now email.
Check Maurice. Hold on.
Now you got to do Roku.
Yep. We're in. It's like Roku create project. K on Heroku, Mike. You have a K instead of K.
Oh.
Okay, give us a nice little app name. Nice.
Yeah, you better copy that somewhere in your notes. And after you quit this one, make sure you commit all changes. This will tell for and you gotta get. So you want to do a get, add, cut, and then you want to do get. That. Okay, so that's in there. Let's see.
Then we could do. Now you could do a git push Heroku master.
So now it just what that does is actually push the repository onto Roku.
Correct. Push the app onto Heroku, and now I should be able to. I'm gonna pull up that link that I just copied. You know what's ironic?
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull it up right here so we can see it. That's our app.
Right.
This is an agile world, but this is in production now. This is pushed to Heroku. We can send this link to anyone; they'll be able to pull up what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, I figured that's would probably be with our home part of the homework in the end. So that's why I said save that link.
Oh, no problem. No problem at all. Plus, remember, it's always in your I have it in my Heroku, and I'll send it to you via Hangouts or in our Slack channel so that you have it for your homework as well, because this is a peer session.
So in summary, you start an application, running jam file, specify what you need to run, find them to verify they're available, and create a gem lock file. And then you create a Sinatra app, and the file ARB pointed back at this file. Configure you use rackup to start the app server and web server. Oh, and then changing the code doesn't automatically cause the rack to reload the app. So save work, restarting, modify every time you change, you use rewind. And
you use version control to manage our process and push our commits the entire portion of the way. So if we had any issues, we could have forced a checkout on any of the commits, and we would have been able to back out.
Okay. All right. That's the first Ruby app.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Time's 11:13. You up for another one, or you want to pick up in the morning, Mike? It's up to you.
I'm good to go.
Say no. I like how you think, because I'm gonna be up for a little while myself. All right.
Okay, so let's see. You want to go? This gonna be.
So we'd have to look at part 1, right? So.
Okay, so you already did get clone. So that's that. Change directory to Sinatra Hangman.
Yeah, we're good on that. Let me go ahead and pull up the part 1. Here we go. Move it over here. Close out part 0. Okie dokie. Part 1 hanging person. With all this machinery in mind, clone this repo. Cloud 9, let's work on the hang person. Nice.
Okay. Okay. Use all the test cases and run the time you make the app one by one. Test go over it. Okay. Overview. Cool. By the time you're done, you have all. Okay.
Okay.
Computer picks the random word. The player guesses the letter in order to guess the word. The player guesses the word before making 7 wrong guesses of letters. They win, otherwise they lose. Guessing the same letter repeatedly, simply ignore it.
Okay. So I guess the word before making 7 wrong guesses. The letters they win, otherwise they lose. Guessing the same letter repeatedly, simply ignore. The letter has already been guessed, so it's not alphanumeric, is considered invalid, i.e. it is not a valid guess. To make the game fun to play, each time you start a new game, the app will actually retrieve a random English word from a remote server, so every game will be different. This feature will introduce you not only to using an external service, the random word generator as a building block in a service-oriented understanding, but also how to keep a scenario can test such a net. We'll test and break the dependency on extra Apple directories, say bundle exec autotech, autotest, so five autotest framework, just look for various files, figure out what kind of app you're testing and what test framework you're using. Usually go fuck. RSpec, which one's the RSpec options. Indices, so go to severe. That's RSpec and final request 18 test cases. So we develop a game class. Take a look at spec hangperson, specifies behaviors that it expects from a class library. Okay. So specs and no test references. The test case is pissing me off on the Test goes up to you and stuff. Square up. Test the square up. To be created in the next okay, self-check questions. According to what test case, how many arguments does the game class constructor expect? And therefore, the first line method. Yeah, we know that. Constructor method, but okay. According to the test and describe what instance variable is the hang person expected to have? No. Word guesses and wrong guesses. Better than accessories. Okay.
No.
For example, let's to implement all instant methods of the game catches processes it. Guess about the if lose turns on the symbols, win, lose, play. And card game says. This is gonna be fun. Okay. Button tips.
So I got a tab pull up of your hang person game back file.
I'm sorry? What?
Oh, let me see. Oh, you looking at the bugging tip?
Oh yeah. I was here finishing up the final portion of it. Just buy bug. App call. Yeah. Code data. Okay, so that's the random word generator. Post rather than get. No way. Okay.
Okay, let's run this auto test first. Bundle exact auto test. Bundle not found.
So we got to install the auto test. All right, so let's go back up to here. All right. This is our homework that we've already cloned. We're already in it.
So we need to do bundle.
See what our gem file says for this. Bye rerun.
It's already firing off, man.
Yep.
Okay.
Send RSpec by bug. Yep.
think? It's just hanging?
Nah, that last gem's probably a little big. I've seen that happen before, and right when I was about to close out, kind of kill it and go back, then it freed up. So I take it whatever it's doing right now. That's kind of a pain in the butt for it. Excuse me. Yep, there we go.
All right. So now we can undo all the tests.
Set auto feature show.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Scroll up. And she runs through the whole. Yep. Okay. Valid, and we build it out.
Okay.
Auto test is green. Cool with that. Okay. Computer picture random number. We have that. Yep, we got all our 18 tests. 18 examples of failures. Okay. 18 pending. It wants you to delete the we have to go into the library hangman, the hang person Ruby file, hang person _ game Ruby file in the library, Mike.
Yeah.
It wants us to open that and delete line 12, which should be should show pending true.
It's the I thought you just delete out the pending true, right?
Yeah, from line 12.
Okay, got you. That's done. And let's do it. Okay. Now we should get a red failure.
Yep. Yep, there she goes. She comes up red.
Okay. Now, so what we got to do is go to Ruby, to the RB file, and start writing some code.
Okay. The hang person game file right here.
Yeah.
I'm close the gem file for now. It's the file from our last app. So is this. That's all we need right now. A question, descriptions, and
We need to open the spec file. Okay, you got the spec file.
yep.
No, I mean the
Test file.
spec file.
Hang person game.
Right. That's where it gets a little tricky. So the first test looked like you're just really creating, initializing the
constructor.
right. So the two other things that need to be in the constructor for this from reading gonna be an instance variable of word guesses and wrong guesses.
Right. I'm looking at these here. Okay. To be an instance of hang person. Okay. So we would do hang person game, describe do, boom, 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 boom.
Let me see. What happened? Okay. So one failure. Nothing changed with that?
No. Still one failure, 17 tests pending. All right, so let's take a look at the question real quick. We need to do.
So to create a new
Person. Let a game guess. Guesses, wrong guesses, word. Okay, let's see what we have over here.
well, we might need our getters and setters.
Yeah, you got it for the
A
word guesses and
yeah.
wrong guesses.
And wrong guesses.
Need one for word too.
Okay.
Here it is right here.
Do need one for word?
Yeah, I'll show you right here.
Right there, I would think we wouldn't need the words. You need the words instantiated, but I wouldn't think that we need a word. We need to read or write the word. Or inside the class, we definitely will need to read the word. Oh, we got something, man.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
So to finish this, though, do we have to do guesses? So guesses, the instant variable guesses equals string. Okay.
Yeah.
Long guess is string.
So we need to go back to we just gotta go one test at a time.
Yep.
Take out
Look up test one.
we need to go to hang person test. Spec, I mean.
Okay, so new takes a parameter and returns a hang person game object.
Take out this. So we got to. So the next one gonna be guessing.
Right. Okay. Save our test.
Let me save it.
Context correctly.
It should have been failing there.
Yeah. I'm having another funky error. Sometimes we're having another one of those funky errors.
It should have failed.
Yep. Let's run it again, see what happens.
Save. Let me. Guessing. Do context. Correct. Do for each. Well, I think the next thing we got to do is get the word in there. I guess. I don't know.
Context correctly do for each do at game equal hang person new garbly at valid equal game guess a. Okay, so iterate through the guessing, right? But see something.
So what we're doing is F. Oh, no. Save. Damn. I put a guessing method in there with nothing. It's still in.
Still comes back, right? So, okay, so
Oh, I know what we got to do. For us to get that to fail, we got to take all of the pending true out.
oh, we missed the pending true. I thought we had it. Hold on.
Oh, we just did it in the
Oh, the beginning. I see. We have to take it out of the complete description of that test.
Okay.
Change wrong guess List. Yep. What? Same letter repeatedly. Where's that one? Okay. Oh, guessing is quite a bit of them.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I, I,
That's the whole dang thing. I think
okay.
it's a case. It's a case statement,
Yep. Yep.
huh?
That's what it's feeling like.
And then there's a lot of I was thinking about this. There's a lot of regular expression too. Okay, that should be it. We don't go to the next one. Now I do Command S to save that. We should get some red for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Nice chunk of red. Wow, we just removed 11 from those? Okay. So,
So that number when you see this red, that number after the R spec, that's the line number.
correct.
Okay. So
So, let's take an example 58.
let's start with the top one. Okay. I'm sure if we can get one, we can get all of them.
Oh, yeah.
So the
First
top
one is 28.
changes correct guess list. Game guesses to equal A. Expect wrong guesses equal to no. Okay.
Okay. So,
So that's saying in the first test, they selected the right character, which is A out of garble. They selected a valid character.
mhm.
So guesses equal to A and expected wrong. That should be true.
Expect wrong guesses to be equal to
An empty string.
Okay.
That I don't see why that would fail.
All right. So,
Unless guesses go equal to everything except A.
we could do something like that. This method of game classification is correct. This is advanced and modifies. This is variable.
Maybe I'll look up the R spec and see what context describes that. That describes the method.
Right.
Context, I guess that's just that's a choice. I'm thinking it's a case statement, but I don't know what the it means. Let me see if I can look in another tab and get some R spec document.
In the meantime, give me 1 second, Mike. While you're doing that, I'm running to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. For
Okay. So let me read this question properly. Word guesses, wrong guesses. Please. Also, when we save it, auto test should run. When we save it, auto test should run. We shouldn't even have to. When we save it, our test's supposed to run.
yeah, but yeah, as soon as you save the file.
Okay. All right, let's look at what we got here. Correctly changes correct guest list and returns true, returns true. All right, so the correctly part is on here.
So if the behavior is, if they guess correctly, then what happens? Then what we would do, given the part 1 rules, we would add that to an array. I would assume that we would add that to guesses. And then wrong, okay. So if they guess correctly.
All right, well, real quick, I'm gonna just modify your code here a little bit. Hate that it does that. All right. We want to keep. You created this
initial.
Constructor, right? Yeah, this was all you, right, Mike?
No,
This
that
this
was
here for us
yeah, that was given. The only thing I put on there
was
was
the instance,
add guesses and the add wrong guesses.
right? All the instance variables and the getter setter. Okay,
Right.
okay, gotcha. All right, so we have our getter setter here. All right, so let's get getter setter, please. I've done successfully. Save him. Oh, so yeah, this test is automatically running. I like it.
Hmm.
I like the fact that the test runs on its own.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about this Agile that I like. But see, I can't see the bottom of it. But that should have failed because the only thing when you need to start a new game is a word.
Right. So now,
So what you're saying when you add the word guesses and wrong guesses, that being passed in instead of initializing it to null string.
okay.
Because you remember what the attrib assessor does is actually create getter and setter methods automatically.
Right. Okay. Now I was just trying something out and pull them out right now. Actually, I can just. So what we need. So we definitely have to create a method and call that method. This is a method of the game class. Guess. Which processes a guess. Modifies the instance variable. Wrong guesses and guesses accordingly. Check when lose, which returns one of the symbols when lose. Okay. We're gonna have to create some definitions. I mean some methods. Right, so you have the guess method, but I think it needs to be which process the guess modified.
Yeah, it should be guess instead of guesses.
Oh, hold on. I think we might be able to knock this out. So we have to pass something to this. Where are you? Processes a guess and modifies the instant variables, wrong guess and guesses accordingly. So Huh. So yeah, but our guess needs to be a class variable, right? That's the way I understand this. I guess needs to be a class variable. So if I guess is a class variable, then I can call new on it.
You about to confuse me now.
No, I'm sorry. Until you all the
Okay, okay. Let me see. Until you implement all the instant methods and the game class,
guess.
which game class? Guess, which processes a guess and modifies the instant variables. Wrong guess. I guess that's a class instead of class variable.
Instead of a implement all the instant methods of the game class.
So we got another class that is guess, which processes a guess and modifies. Okay.
Okay. It should say of our game class. This is because hangperson's our game class, is what I'm thinking, right? But guess, which processes a guess and modifies.
Yes, if in a class is a method.
Right, within the class.
Okay.
Instance methods of the game class until you implement all the instance methods of the game class, which is all of our instance methods up here, word guesses and wrong guesses. So I'm thinking maybe but what do I So here's where my head was at. Just let me know if this looks crazy to you or not.
So you're saying guess gonna take guesses and wrong guess. So you saying the guesses is gonna be an array of certain type? Okay, that's gonna be okay.
Then let me check. Okay, so we have untrue to all arguments. In the guess, I implement guesses as process. Until we implemented all the instant guesses process. Okay. All right, let me take a look at this one's we're gonna have to work through the test on this one, unfortunately. Yeah, this one a lot of it rides on the test. I was looking at this test. Correct word guesses. Okay, that's describing.
Well, I'm thinking a guess would take a character.
Correct.
Okay, instead of I would say the guess method would take a character and it's either going to fall in the context of right, wrong, or invalid.
It's something like this.
And I think you could also I could see you putting word in there because you're gonna have to compare. You can do word, any question, characters to see if it's in there.
Right, but when we need a new word.
No, what I'm saying is you could pass the word in at word.
Mm-hmm.
You can pass that in
This variable.
pass that in. Oh yeah, you don't have to pass that in. You could just say character, guess. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. I'm thinking that. Let me look back at the test. At the test. Okay, it's saying game dot guesses. That's where I got that guesses from. At game dot guesses equal to A. And then wrong guesses equal to now string. So I would think that hangman top dot guess equal to a correct answer. Two things got to happen. If it's equal to a character in the word, then it's got to be added to the right guesses string,
Correct.
and then the wrong guesses would stay the same.
Okay, so let me go ahead and see if I can hash this out. Right, so we have fine guesses, but shit. We have guesses, wrong guesses. Yes. Yeah, this is weird. So we have guesses, wrong guesses, word. But I guess now I'm confusing myself. Process. All right, let's do this. Let's go. How many did we remove?
Let me show you on the test. When I'm thinking in terms of the test, hangperson, I'm thinking word dot any question mark character. Guess take a character and word dot any character in the word. If that's true, that's true. Then Yes. Yes. Okay. That's false. That's false. Okay. And if that's false, then that go into wrong guesses.
Okay.
That makes sense. Don't like that word part. Don't look like um, that failed.
Takes a parameter and returns in person being an object. Got that. You did the initialize.
I guess this part of what I'm saying, they return it to a false.
Changes correct guest list. Find guess. So to change the correct guest list, returns true.
Word.
You gotta
I can make this word.
wrong guest list. Returns true. All right, so hold on. What's crazy is it's gonna be something simple, and we're gonna be mad at ourselves.
Yeah.
That's what it asks me right there. So it says it wants me to change the instance variable.
Back to the test.
Okay, so no, I'm not bugging out. Question is how do we so I'm thinking of how to define this, right? And I'm gonna take a stab in the dark. How do we define guess? We have that. The question is, what kind of argument do we need, parameter do we need to pass to it?
Yeah.
Right. So we have guess define, which processes a guess and modifies the instance variables.
You can
Wrong
pass.
guess. and guesses. So we need to modify these two instance variables accordingly. So implement all the instance methods of the game chat class. Guess, which processes a guess and modifies the instance variables wrong guesses and guesses. So I'm just stabbing a dog here. I don't know if I should put a
They want you to put a hyphen where the they want you to put a hyphen where the values is not guessed.
All right, so we have these two strings. We need to modify them. Two blank strings we need to modify. Change correct guess list. Let's start. Let's do the correct one first. Then we worry about the incorrect one. Return true. So guesses will be the correct list. Wrong guesses is incorrect. Right. All right.
Right. Take that out.
Yeah, see, that's not very Ruby if I do it that way. No title. So I'm a little at a loss, but I was thinking somewhere along the line of this, but I don't. This is not Ruby though, so well, it's not Ruby-like per se.
Yes.
So
I think you can almost write it just like the test, because that's what they're doing. Add game is just a variable that on a test where they do act game, that's just a variable they set into the new object.
They set it to the class, to the hang person class. New.
Yeah, that's that. So that'll instantiate a hang person object named Gobble, right?
Okay.
And in that hang person object, they setting valid to the string that is string that's in Garble. So what we got to do is take that, parse that string, whatever it is put in that string. We got to parse that string for a match in the word. And if it is valid, then it will. If it's valid, then we got to add it to the guesses.
Okay.
I'm thinking that those two lines is one line of code. Once we get the swing of it, it'll go flow.
Oh yeah. Well, this just like anything else. You have your first obstacle, which is a pain in the butt, and then after that, and I'm so valid. Valid guess.
So they created a new object, and then they set a variable equal to that object with the guess method on it.
Right.
That guess method will have to match.
The guess method is what we're defining now.
If it's a match, then so you can use regular expression because you're just matching the character. So if you use regular expression,
So I'm gonna do all right.
So whatever you put in there.
So then you're saying yes. That makes sense here?
Yeah, but you got to pass in the character, or you got to pass in the word. The guess gonna be a character. So you got to pass in the character, and then you're gonna say if character match that. I think if character match.
Okay, so.
Oh, I know what you're saying. If character match.
Right. If character matches guess, or maybe if word matches guess word.
Word, right. And then you're going to have word inside, braces inside the regular expression thing. Well, not word, the and string interpolation or that
interpolation.
Yeah, right. Inside there. It's curly braces.
Thank you. But I have to put this, I have to wrap. Can I? Hold on, let's see. Well, I added somewhere. hold on. No, that's not right.
That's saying beginning with a letter alphabet, and if you gotta put I after that, meaning inclusive.
Is there do I have to do backslash first then I? So I have the forward slash, do I have to do backslash then I to end it?
No, not for the I on the end. That outside, that's right. And then so that's basically saying if self dot guess.
Hmm. Let's put guest list.
I don't think you need that A to Z. Well, that A to, I don't think you need that because when you put that interpolation in there inside, you put the interpolation inside of the range that's only gonna match one character in there.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Right. So take this out.
Let me see. Put the.
I mean, but yeah, remember, well,
Yeah, you don't need that. I don't think you need that. I think the interpolation go inside of the range, which interpolation go inside the square brackets. See, because interpolation go to substitute the word, and in the square brackets, basically you will match any character in there.
okay.
Because the square brackets say match one character.
So this is.
So if word match that would that return a true or false? Let me see something. Let me get IR.
Jump in and drive.
Huh? No, I'm just doing an IRB.
Oh, okay.
See if I can get make sure that I'm gonna say Mike Mike equal string E, and then I'll say Mike, and I'll say Ike E. Match. We'll make sure that syntax right. Brackets, interpolation, pound. Didn't like that format.
You didn't like it.
Nah. Let me go look up that matching again.
Hmm. Check my check my Google Code. Check this.
Okay, that works. I had to take.
You got IRB to work? Let me see if I could. Are you
I got it to work.
sharing your screen?
What I did is I know what it. I know. I see it. Let me see. We go to RP RP.
You put on in that fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and for some RP. We right there on the tip of it. I know.
Yeah, we're definitely right there. I'm here reading through. Once we trigger it, and then that'll be the aha moment. Like aha.
So this is guesses. And this right here is yes. This and so guess equal to
on.
Now let's look. Are the methods supposed to be guessed?
I think the method's supposed to be guess, but we could try it. Hit save. Let's see what happens. Worst case scenario, we clean it up a little bit. But I think the method should be guess.
Scroll up and see if anything changed. I can't.
Yeah, it's really funky. You know what? Open a new file. New terminal. Okay, so yeah, now this bash is broken. Oh, well, I had a train of thought and I had just lost it. Tell you in 1 second. What was I thinking here? Going back to the question, right? So you implement all the instant methods of the game class. Guess, which processes a guess and modifies the instance variable. Wrong guess and guesses accordingly.
Okay, so that can change those two.
Right. That's going to change wrong guesses and guess.
Okay. So we need to know if there's a match, and we need a Boolean result.
All right. If match.
If it's a long way. If guess match that. But that don't give you a Boolean result. What you would get out of that is the number of the character and word with a string match.
Right. We want true false. We want
true
false.
Let me see this. If we go back here and do this like this might make a little sense. If character in word. How about that?
If character in word matches
certain words array. I don't like that for some reason. Oh, expecting if character and word need a keyword. If that's true, if the character and the word, then then we need the statement we just had down there. If you'll see, if character and word. Now we need to parse the string, parse with its guesses, and add that character wherever it match.
Okay. But so, all right, let's look at our last question. I mean, our last, oh, this piece of, oh my gosh. Take this thing. I know it's if character in the word. Let me see something real quick. I'm a little, definitely a little lost, but I think you said it best. Whatever we're missing, that's the key. But I'm gonna find out what's present.
If character and word. I can't even think how to do that. I know what I want to do, but I can't think how to do it. Pass on the character and compare the character to the word.
I'm here clicking through as well, trying to find
and
what I'm looking for.
A method on the string to compare a string with a character. So it could be word. Or what it is? Word dot include character. This makes sense?
Looks very Ruby-ish. Makes sense to me.
Word dot include character. If that's true, let me look that up.
I think where let me just. Are you looking that up? I'm gonna do a quick drive. Oh, you know what? Let me just comment you out. That way we have the code and we can always come back to it.
Okay. Word.
Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna. And I'm gonna do. Actually, one thing at a time. How do we get our page to what was the auto test? What was the auto test command? I'm looking for it right now. Bundle exec auto test. Okay.
7 failures, 66 pending.
$18 examples, 7 failures, 6 pending. That's but we want to see what happened and we can't see anything. We can't scroll. That's the problem. All right, I'm gonna quit this test. Control C. Okay, rerun it. Yeah, we can't scroll in this window. Close this one out. See my secondary window up?
Yeah.
Window. Exec. Test. What is this talking about?
It's telling you to continue to reconfigure the screen if you want to.
That Homework Sinatra, LS. It's everything we've been working on. Oh, no, it's not. I'm in the wrong folder.
Okay, that's right. So it's word dot include.
Sec.
No. Okay.
It actually works now. Okay.
Syntax wrong.
Oh, okay. So we got some clearings there. Check it out.
What happened?
You see my window? Let me pull this up a
That's
little bit.
some green, huh?
Yeah, we got some green. That the numbers weren't adding up. That's why I was like, hold on. We're supposed to have 18 tests. We had 6 that were pending and 7 that were failing. So 13 we passed 5. And yeah, we have 5 here. Take the parameter, correct changes, correct guest list. Okay, returns true. Changes wrong guest list. Does not change correct guest list. So let's do this. We need
Guess equal character. So that did it. If that is that, but the thing I don't see, they should have had an N. We should have had an N here.
had a no, the end is right here.
Huh?
End is right here.
I mean for the F. And the F got an N with it?
The if is commented out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember I commented that out right before I did this this add-on.
Okay, guesses equal character.
Mm-hmm. So I used the instant variable that we created with the accessor above, the setter getter.
Right.
And because you set them to nil in a constructor, now we're saying, okay, we're gonna our guess, which will be a character for our game Hangman, which we had the parameter correct. What we weren't doing was we weren't equaling the character to one of our guesses, and I'm thinking we would do the same thing.
Okay, so that's your guess. So
Right.
okay, so you passing in your guess, and you setting that equal to character. Now you got to manipulate it, right?
Yeah, now we have to set the wrong guesses as well.
Okay.
So in this case, and I don't know if character is going to be.
Wrong guesses ain't gonna change though, ain't it?
No. The wrong guess would change. Yeah, the wrong guess would change as well. But the question now becomes,
If it's right, that's the key.
right? Exactly.
That's the case if the guess and the character.
Okay, so let's go in here. We'll see 2 examples. Switch prices, I guess, modifies into one guess. So So I guess we do. I don't know. We're gonna play with this one. I'm feeling very. So we want to identify this instance variable as well, right? Equal. We keep it as a string because that's what we have.
Okay, save it and see what we got.
Okay, that didn't help us. Not change correct guest list.
But let me comment you out for a minute. I think we need to join the two together. I think we need to do, if the word includes character, then act guesses act guesses equal to character, or act guesses what they do this sign. Then if you expand the character to the guess, else, 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 then the wrong guesses equal to wrong guesses in character. Let's see what happens. Anything?
So a bunch of movement down below. Let's see what's going on here.
I hope I didn't mess up.
No. It's one thing we can't mess up. No, we don't. We didn't get any.
Nah, that ain't.
Still showing the same. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pendant. We can go. Let me see. Just if I take that to equal. So mismatch and else. Scroll that. I can't scroll it.
All right. So let's see here.
This seems like this should work. This right here. Let's see, something I don't like with that though. Nope.
Came back with a failure. Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, no, no. I like where your head is at with this, Mike. Hold on. So I think I see this is gonna be a true pair programming session right now. If
the word equal character.
I think that's what we needed. If at word equal character include character, guess equal character, at wrong guess equal
Put a than number there.
huh?
You got to put a than somewhere in there.
So you want to go to then for
Oh, if that's right. Well, you can't. I don't think you like it with that. Let me see what it's saying. Mismatch and I don't see no mismatch and hands look right.
maybe one more?
No,
We have a define, we have a if. Yeah, the ends look right. So
okay.
Okay, hold on. If word includes character,
Guess equal character. Guess equal character. Wrong. Guess equal to now string. Else guess equal now string and wrong string equal to no. You're gonna flip it. Just put the whole two. Else is the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Else gonna be else at if it's wrong, then the guess is gonna be now string, empty string, and then wrong string will equal character.
oh, I see what you're saying. I'm not gonna keep this empty string, right? It can't be character.
You don't keep that in the first condition because you only got one character.
I see what you're saying.
Yep.
But remember, we need to compare that one character true, and if it's not, we need to add it to the wrong guesses.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The first part of the if you're gonna have add guesses equal character, which the first part can be if it's right, and then add wrong guess will equal empty string. But if it's not right and it's wrong, then you're gonna have wrong guesses will equal character, and that guesses will equal empty string.
Okay. So, all right. Well, we have this part. Did we test everything through the guesses, the equal character up to the else?
Let me see. You can look at that now. Do command save. All right.
Yeah, do a quick save.
Okay, let's see what it do.
Okay, 18 examples, 7 failures, and we scroll up.
See, okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Okay, take this else out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Put that right there. then make that now string. Let's take two of them. Off. Read too often. Let's see what it do. Okay.
You got something to pass.
Okay. There it is in it.
Okay. So
Okay.
all right. So hold on. Okay. All right. So
Okay, so let's just do it.
same letter repeating.
Let's just make it dry now. So if it's dry, it's going to be F at word. I can't see that.
You have if at word include character. I mean, you have that up there already.
Yeah, but I just wanted to, I didn't want to mess with, okay, if that equal include character.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You wanted to just refactor it completely, keeping exactly what we had intact. I got you.
Let me do it that way.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Let's do it like this. And I request. I don't know. This might not work because they ain't said nothing. If it's true, then character equal that. If it's not true, then wrong guess equal character. Now that's just I was putting that bang in front of there. That's right. Okay, let's see now. Huh?
Okay, just running a test?
I tried to.
Yeah, it came back with 2 failures. Yep.
Hmm?
It came back with 2 failures.
It didn't like that?
No, I didn't like that one. So let me try a little because I think we have it. You I think we're close.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take this code that we already have here and just do a little bit of playing with it. There's not even gonna be a lot of playing. Word include. So this will be our guesses was up here, right? So this was
The wrong guess was supposed to be up there too.
right.
Right, a guess.
Word include character equal.
Yeah, guess is equal character. No, guesses equal character. You got guesses equal guesses.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm saying. I feel like we're so close, but it's something small. One has to return true or false, right? I forgot which one was it.
The top one.
Top one was true?
No, I mean the top one is true. Yeah.
Okay, so
Right. That's right.
other than that, everything in Ruby returns true other than nil and false.
Right.
So if that's the case, let's see what happens here.
That should work.
Save. Nope. Got some more failures.
Return true failed. I think the way we had it probably the way, because this method only deals with one character. That's the whole key. So every time you run this guess method, you know, initially I was thinking you was gonna run it and it's gonna evaluate the whole word. It's only gonna evaluate one guess. And each time it evaluates that guess, it's gonna set them two variables.
Right.
One time it's gonna put the character with that, and the other time it's gonna put the character with the wrong thing.
Okay. Man, so what are we missing here?
What you putting that true there for?
I put a 2 somewhere?
You got true.
Oh, yeah, that's not needed. For this. There we go. It still doesn't work, though. Why? We just had some working. I don't get it. Hold on. We just had some working.
Yeah, because see, when you're doing it this way, you just setting one of the variables.
Okay. So, all right. So we had that was working.
Remember now, the method on when just like a one shot. When you run the method, it's gonna evaluate that character, and then it's reset everything.
That's it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. So it's only going to do it once for us.
Right. So when you if it's true, it's gonna go ahead and leave the character and that variable, and it's gonna set the other character to now string. So it's just toggling those two instant variables.
Yeah, we got the if statement. We need the if word includes character.
There you go.
I'm sorry. Character on that one. False on that one.
What it did.
Ran, it said we have everything up to same letter repeatedly. No, we actually lost a couple of 1, 2, 3. We lost a green. That's a lot in the bar.
Something really dead.
Five failures.
Warning, mismatch indentation. Oh, I know that, but significant.
Excuse me. Wow, sorry.
Oh, I can't miss my at 25.
That's weird.
Yes. Else. And
I don't know. She's definitely interesting. Um, Same letter returns false. Is case sensitive. There's no little cleanup. Okay.
okay, let's see if it runs now. Okay. That's right.
All right. So goes through, returns correctly, incorrectly, same letter, repeatedly, return false.
And that read
The false here.
let's look at that test. Okay.
So we're at same letter repeatedly, right? Returns false. Is case insensitive. Game guess AQ to be false. Okay, so in the else statement, we got to add a false. And then is case sensitive. I don't know what are you looking for.
Same letter repeatedly, hang or new garble. Guess several letters. Okay, so and that one before each drew hangman new goblin. That should be. It does not change the correct list.
Oh no, it doesn't. I just ran it real quick just to check something. Return same letter repeatedly returns false. It's case insensitive.
Expect game guesses to equal to an empty string. So look like we gotta do else F. We gotta do else F in there. And so if guess is equal to now string,
Throw an arrow when nil, throws an arrow when not a letter, throws an arrow when empty. It's all right. So you said
I'm thinking put else ask guesses include character.
Else, I'm sorry. Else if when you said I was zoned out for a second just now, Mike. So else if I had the false. Actually, you know what? I forgot we have this thing set to auto run. So let's see what happens. We're still at our 5.
So you falling asleep, man?
No. I was just I'm looking at the screen trying to figure out what which way I wanted to go with this. And at the same time you had said something, but I heard you, but it didn't register.
Now you changing the past tense now.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. Oh, so we need to end here then. So it's still off.
If questions are included,
Hello? We are very close. I feel like we're so close. That's why I refuse to give up. But excuse me. 7 incorrect guesses.
Let me go back to the test.
Yeah, because this is, where are we? We're not a letter.
Yo, don't start. Don't start. You're okay. So don't even.
All right. Context invalid. That's a different situation. That's where we want to get to. And we are very close. Does not do game guess Q. Expect. Does not change. Wrong guess list. Does not change correct guess list.
It seemed like if you to make that test pass, you
Repeatedly.
have to use a character that's not in the string, or not in the word.
Not in the word. But the way this is reading does not change correct guest list. Does not change wrong guest list. Then, for the same letter repeatedly, it's supposed to return false and it's case sensitive. Then we go into the validations or invalid issues where you can raise errors at that point. But before that, to include this is to equal to be. I at least want to finish this piece of it tonight. Include. All right, so we have our if states. We have everything in here, and we're still off. That shit is crazy to me. I'm gonna comment this out temporarily. gonna write a bunch of stuff to see if I'm gonna play out some of the stuff that's been playing in my head with what we have going on here and see what happens. This is gonna include some character. Actually, I could keep all of that. Let me do that. That's supposed to work. I was gonna add to what we had, what I started to add to here. So hope I don't have no syntax errors in there.
Return true failed.
Incorrectly, which is turn true fails on incorrectly. We're thinking along the same lines here.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, we're definitely along the same line. It's a blending of both of what's going on here. But with turn true failed. Turn false failed. Case sensitive, I could have worked with. If guesses include character, true. Else if wrong guesses include character, false. Else if word include character, guesses equal character, guesses equal guesses plus character, true. Else if wrong character.
You can always use the method upkeys and upkeys the character as well as the instance variable.
Oh, you should upcase the character as well as the instance variable.
Right. If they're saying something about case insensitive.
Right. Case insensitivity. Yeah. But that was the last, actually, I'll show it to you right now. That is the, where is our test over here? Our parameters in the test.
So
For the same letter repeatedly, question that has therefore, so that will be, let me pull it up right here on the test. Right here, that's highlighted. This is our case sensitive. These two are failing in the same letter repeatedly portion. And then we have those two failed out. What are you thinking, Mike?
I think we're going down the right track.
I'm right there with you. Actually,
The logic is a little murky, but
the path is definitely foggy.
But hey, ain't no other way to do it but one line at a time.
One at a time. I agree. No other way to get through it. And you know what? The more we get through it one night at a time, it clears the air for future issues as well. You know, when you.
But I think that if else, and that seemed to be the only way to go with this one.
With this one, right? And that's exactly how I feel when you highlighted it initially. But our syntax is not 100% yet. All right, do some reading here. Let me see what I can come up with. Excuse me. And it was crazy. Like, so in my head, I kind of had an idea for the other method, but I don't even want to think. Like, I'm like, oh, it's that because you didn't get through this one. This was probably when we were reading the whole process. I was like, oh, okay, this you know, I have an idea. Maybe we tackle this one. Okay. Well, so I'm gonna pull this out. So we have, let's see here. All right. I have to go through the. You finished all the reading for homework too? Chapter.
My first scan, but like I said, I learn more when I read than work on these.
And work with it. Oh no, I'm right there with you.
You
I'm
know
right there
what
with
I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. The only reason I asked.
The reading and the video seem straightforward, but then when I get with the get to the problems, sound like I don't know not. Seem like I don't know nothing.
Yeah. Michael, let me tell you something. I thought I was the only one. That is not the case. I tell you, I'm right there with you. Lockstep. But the reason I asked that because I hadn't looked at chapter 8 at all.
Right.
So and granted, I don't think that's gonna be any different. To be honest with you, I think right now this is all specific. Yeah, chapter 8 is not gonna help because this is all specific to blocks and hashes. So and else statements.
Right. But the other thing is
So off.
also them lambda functions and stuff like that. But I can't think about how I'll apply that in this case.
Right.
Even if you use a lambda function inside that function, you still have an if else then type situation.
Yep.
And like I said, for this method specifically, you're only dealing with one character. So how they get all of those different conditions with the one character kind of spoofing me.
Well, from the Hangman game, I mean, it that was a big. I used to love that game as well. So, yeah, I see how they're playing this out. Like, oh, okay, if if we repeated a word, if we got the wrong word, if we got the right word, total amount of words, that type of deal. So.
I saw this in the Python. I think I did a program like this in the Python course once upon a time.
Okay.
But I don't actually remember the actual game. The context incorrectly is the one that's tripping us, the second part of it.
I'm sorry. What was the last part you said, Michael? The context.
Yeah, the second part changes the wrong guest list. That's the one tripping us, right?
Correct. Excuse me. All right, so how do we test?
Hey,
Excuse me. Character. True. Where were we? Guess this include character. That's it. Mike, you making any headway over there?
I'm thinking, I don't know, this might, if guesses equal to now string, wrong guesses equal to character. That don't even make no sense.
I think I know we were trying to go with it. Oh man. Ooh. Let me see.
Need to go back to this R spec documentation. If I could,
I'm in the test right now.
if I can.
Oh, excuse me.
How long did it take?
Look at the timestamp on it.
Nah, I didn't tell you. I just turned on my phone. You just sent me a text.
Like an hour and a half ago.
If not, okay, let me go back to this. I think I might have a glimpse of something. So I'm thinking, does that do anything?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading. Just made a change on the dock.
Yeah, it should have. I just ran the test. Let me see. I can't really.
Yeah, the test is 18 examples, 5 failed, 6 pending. So we have 7 that pass. Well, yeah. I'll reread this question again.
Same thing. If not, that's the same thing.
Initialize no word. Justice.
You think by any chance we need another instance method called a Boolean called valid?
Kind of like is valid, something like that.
Yeah, just valid and then set that equal to true or false
True
based.
or false, and call that. I mean, we could definitely do that. Instead of calling true and false, call it in the necessary areas. See if that helps us out. What am I?
Contact angle.
Mike, what time do you get up in the morning? I think I'm going to sleep on this one.
I think, man, I'd definitely be up by 8 or earlier.
Yeah, myself too. I'll be up around 7-ish, 8-ish myself. Problem is, I know even if we disconnect now, I'm probably not going to sleep because this is bothering me.
Well, I can leave my session open. It don't matter to me.
Me either. 100% me either.
I probably, knowing me, I'll get up 4 or 5, and I'll come and look back at this. I never really sleep before night. I ain't up and down, man.
Okay, dude, I found a perfect pairing partner.
Perfect
pairing partner. There's times I sit up reading and coding. Everyone's getting up to go about their day, and I'm like, wow. They're looking at me like, hey, why are you still up?
Right. That's all the time, man.
My answer to them is like, hey, this is the level of focus and dedication you have to have for anything you want. So
right. Yeah, and that's been a long time coming for me because I staying focused, and that's I always spend time taking care of everybody else, So this is something I decided I'm gonna do for me finally.
Right. Dude.
Stop looking for excuses why I can't make it happen. And I see all these people did their thing and all the returns and whatever.
Making it happen. And they're phenomenal people, but they're not smarter than us.
Exactly.
Or anything like that. So it's just they put the time in.
Right.
I'm right there with you.
Right. That's true now.
All right. I'm gonna actually walk away from this for a while. Make something to drink, sit down, think some more. You know what? Shit. Excuse me. We had the broadcast. I had the broadcast going all this time. And we were so locked into our work, we weren't doing the 15, 20-minute switch offs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, like I say, but if we struggle through it, we can always come back
And redo it again. Yep.
And do it on my system, and there ain't no problem with that.
Broadcast it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because I mean, getting it to work is one thing, then reading and figure out just how it works. Because one of the things I've been looking at is this R-spec documentation, and it basically tells you how it's in the depth and how that defines the blocks. So that might be another way to find a clue, is figure out more so how the blocks supposed to come together.
Okay. All right.
Because if we can just isolate it down to a few lines of code per test and know where it fits in the whole class or inside the method, then that would make things a lot easier.
Oh yeah, and it would also give us our beautiful code marks.
Right.
All right. All right, Mike. I'm gonna get some rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna think this through.
All right, then.
First thing in the morning, I'll be up first thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just leave the session open, man. I'm gonna be back and forth at it.
Yep, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna kill the broadcast though. Doesn't make sense to keep that running.
Okay.
All right, my friend. I will see you in a few hours.
Okay. All right.
See you shortly.